What exactly is an asset? We'll utilize Robert T. Kiyosaki's term from Rich Dad, Poor Dad, since it's quite beneficial. As a result, everything that offers us more money than it costs is an asset, as does anything that makes us wealthy over time. So we were all aware of what it was. Now, because we're all interested in accumulating assets, why not look for assets that will help us accumulate wealth over time? Hello everyone, welcome to Wealthy Wisdom. In this video, we're going to talk about 10 assets Robert Kiyosaki recommends. If you're new to this channel, do like and subscribe to the channel. So, first and foremost, let's define assets. That's what we'll do throughout the remainder of the video. So we've previously discussed how an asset is something that generates revenue for us. For the time being, we'll accept anything that requires just a modest bit of time, effort, or money once or for a short period of time, yet provides long-term advantages. That implies we'll be able to profit from it for the next 10 to 15 years. These type of assets Robert Kiyosaki recommends will be discussed in this video. At number 1, we have paper assets. In this case, stocks come first. Stocks are investments in the stock market. Many people have amassed multi-billion-dollar fortunes in the stock market. Warren Buffett is the most well-known example of this. We also have Jim Rogers, George Soros, and a slew of others. Learn more about them by clicking here. Stocks are a significant source of income for many people. Fixed income or fixed return investments are two types of investments that people might undertake if they want a guaranteed income or returns. Mutual funds are another option for consumers who want to invest in the stock market indirectly. Paper assets include FDs or other deposits, such as post office savings plans or other types of savings programs. However, since the returns are not as good, even if they may outperform inflation, they are not recommended. Number 2 asset is commodities. Oil, gold, and silver are examples of commodities. Gold and silver in particular are excellent commodities for hedging. Gold and silver do well, particularly during recessions and other tough times. As a result, the remaining portfolio may suffer. Gold and silver commodities were very valuable at the time. As a result, we should do extensive product research as well. Number 3 asset is cash. Many would argue that keeping the money at home makes more sense since it will not produce any income. I entirely agree with you, but consider this. Why do companies like Apple, Berkshire Hathaway, and other huge Indian organizations like Infosys, Reliance, and Tata have cash on hand? They conserve money in order to have it accessible if they ever have the opportunity to grow in the future. Alternatively, they should be able to carry out any business arrangements that come their way. The second benefit of cash is that you cannot finish a transaction if you go for execution, whether it's for real estate or stocks and the market has dropped and you're getting a terrific deal. Number 4 asset is equipment and machinery. One such piece of equipment is a car. If someone utilizes it as a taxi, it becomes a resource for him. A tractor becomes beneficial when utilized on a farm. When a laptop is used for business, it becomes an asset because of all of these assets need just a one-time investment yet provide long-term benefits. As a consequence, we are operating in compliance with our asset definitions. Let's look at a few more examples, like when someone records a video or a movie on their phone, for example. Using a high-quality DSLR camera to film this video is advantageous to us. Every company's assets include its plants and equipment. As a result, equipment is a great asset Robert Kiyosaki recommends. The number 5 asset is intellectual property. This includes patents, copyrights, and trademarks. This means that if you produce something new or control the rights to something new, you may choose whether or not to patent it. Pharmaceutical companies, for example, will patent any new medications that they produce, and they will continue to gain for a long time from that one idea. Similarly, everyone has heard of Harry Potter. J.K. Rowling is the series author, and she earns royalties from any films based on it. She just had to work once to create those books, but she will enjoy the advantages for the rest of her life. Similarly, everyone is aware of Marvel characters and the films based on them. As a result, if you hold copyrights or licensing rights to something, you are entitled to the benefits in perpetuity. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Let's continue to talk about assets Robert Kiyosaki recommends. The number 6 asset is brand and goodwill, which, although not monetary in nature, has great value. We buy items online these days, yet we don't trust any brand. We often purchase from Amazon, Flipkart, and a few other reputable sites. Despite their exorbitant prices, many people buy Apple products. They do it because we trust the company's reputation and the quality of its products. That is why we buy such items. The number 7 asset is people. How many people would agree that people and groups are assets? They most certainly are. How does Apple manage to make such high-quality goods? Because of their commitment to worthy people. They compensate them fairly. That is how they produce such high-quality things. Thus, teamwork is highly valued in all of these digital firms, not just those. Every company recognizes the need for collaboration. In current times, there is a concept known as acqui-hire. This might have happened at a startup. If the personnel are strong but things aren't going well in the firm, a corporation may purchase it. However, firms may have contemplated employing the personnel individually. If they buy the whole firm, the workforce will already be there, and the process will be sped up. As a result, we must recognize that folks who offer their time and energy are valuable assets to us. The number 8 asset is content. When Jay-Z writes a song, it is only ever written once, but he or she owns the rights to it for the rest of his or her life, and may profit from it. A book is only ever written once, yet the author collects royalties for the rest of his or her life. It's analogous to how movies are only created once, yet people get compensated for their whole lives. Social media outlets include YouTube channels, blogs, and websites. Many Instagram users have become celebrities in recent years. These people are all creating things that will be useful to them in the future. As a result, we may benefit from any kind of material. The 9 assets are all real estate. I'd like to start by sharing some real estate quotations. The wealthiest people in America have made their fortunes on land. John D. Rockefeller, the founder of Standard Oil, was an oil magnate. He possessed 90% of the oil in the United States at the time. Second, his contemporary at the time, Andrew Carnegie, who created U.S. Steel, developed a large corporate empire in the steel business. According to him, 90% of all millionaires become billionaires through owning real estate. The fact that the greatest number of millionaires are made here distinguishes real estate in this region. There isn't a single billionaire mentioned. Some of them may be billionaires with real estate holdings. However, according to statistics, the majority of millionaires are earned via real estate. So let us look at its disadvantages. Real estate also has limited liquidity. As a result, if you suddenly find yourself in need of cash, it's probable that you won't be able to sell the home easily. Second, the majority of real estate acquisitions are leveraged, which means they need debt or loans. When a loan is utilized, buy something or make an investment, the gains are twofold. Any losses, however, are doubled as a consequence. As a result, we must also be cognizant of the leverage impact. The last and final asset is business. There is no doubt that working for a firm may provide a substantial paycheck. However, there is a significant risk associated with it. As a result, we must consider both elements. The bulk of billionaires have clearly made their wealth via their businesses. We should also be aware of its bad elements, whether shown by Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, or a variety of other examples. Because the corporation has insufficient money, it cannot cease operations suddenly. Because firms had exit barriers, it would be difficult to turn around if you took the wrong road, for example. As a result, it is critical to thoroughly examine any firm before investing in it. So, these are the 10 things that can make you rich over time. We've reached the end of another video and thank you for watching. I hope you have learned the assets Robert Kiyosaki recommends. If you like this video, do give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below. Thank you and goodbye.